Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Lifestyle Overland. Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, we are a family of three that has been traveling North America since about 2015 in our Toyota 4Runner and now GX460 you see behind us here. We've learned quite a few things on our travels and we're here today to share a few of those with you. So let's get into it. So you're here because you want to try this thing called overlanding. But if I'm guessing right, you're probably 20 videos deep at this point and getting a little bit overwhelmed with what it takes to get started. You're probably asking yourself, do I really need all this camping gear? Do I really need a fully built rig? Do I really have to travel hundreds of miles into the desert or Arctic? And most importantly, do I really have to start collecting patches? No, you don't. Well, except for the patches, but we're going to cover that later. Now, before we get too deep into this video, I want to give you a bit of hope and address the elephant in the room. You can absolutely get out into the wilderness and have a great time without buying every single piece of gear. In fact, I recommend it. What you see behind me has taken over 7 years to build, and honestly, we've had just as much fun with our basic kit as what we do now. All the little bells and whistles, they just add more convenience and comfort, so don't get distracted by all the gear. But there is something that should take a high priority on your to-do list, and that's what we're going to cover today. The first and most important thing that you need to start overlanding is absolutely free, and it lives right here. It's called mindset, and without the right mindset, you could be headed down a path that's going to get very expensive or frustrating, or worst case scenario, downright dangerous. We give it to you straight here on this channel, so if you leave this video in the next few seconds, I want you to at least take this statement with you. There is no easy button in overland travel. If you're going to be a true overlander, you have to go into this hobby with your eyes wide open. There are inherent dangers to wilderness travel that can quickly turn a weekend adventure into an unexpected survival situation, especially if you go unprepared or uneducated. Now, I don't say this to scare you or your family away, but we would be doing you a disservice if we didn't give you a fair warning about the real risks. Over the next several months, we're going to be sharing more of this new video series here on Lifestyle Overland, covering the subject of getting started. We're going to be going into detail on the knowledge, skills, and gear that'll help prepare and equip you for safe and enjoyable adventures into the wilderness. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for that next video. Now, on to the subject at hand. There are 5 key parts to an overlander's mindset. Be adventurous, be prepared, be resilient, be caring, and be safe. Be adventurous. This one probably goes without saying, and since you're watching this video, I'm assuming you already have a strong desire for adventure. Maybe you've gotten the itch after watching a few of those YouTube videos, or maybe you were lucky and got to go on a trip with friends and decided, it's time. It's time for me to get outside and get away from this crazy world and take the road less traveled. Now, even if you have some fears about getting started, it's okay. And quite frankly, that's very wise. But if your desire for adventure is strong and you're willing to accept the risk and trade for experiences, you're well on your way to an adventurous mindset. And trust us, that desire will grow once you have some trips under your belt. In fact, it can be downright addictive. Now, the second part to a well-rounded mindset is be prepared. Tools, spare parts, emergency communications, first aid kits, and more are just some examples of what a well-rounded explorer should have in their arsenal. Now, before you whip out all those credit cards, please keep in mind, if you lack the skills for these items, you could actually be in even greater danger to yourself or others. If you're just getting started out, you might not have the first clue about vehicle repair, ham radios, first aid, or even how to change a flat tire. But the good news is, it doesn't have to stop you. One of the best ways to be prepared for your first adventure is to travel with someone who already has the skills and gear. Now, you might not know this, but the great thing about the Overland community is there are already tons of people willing and ready to help you get started. Traveling with some well-outfitted veterans is going to save you a ton of headache and cash while you dip your toes into the overland lifestyle. See what I did there? Check out the link in the description for the place where it all started for us, and that was the overlandbound.com forums. I'm going to suggest that you head over there to the regional forums that fits your location and see what's going on in your area. It's also a great resource for getting your questions answered on just about any Overland related topic. They've also got a handy new app featuring member locations and rally points where Overlanders meet up for adventure or just coffee and rigs. And that is a great venue for getting to know a few folks before sharing the trail. Now, another way to begin your path to preparedness is to attend many of those rapidly growing Overland Expos around the country. This is the place where you're going to get to touch and feel some of the gear you've been drooling over, see some of those build concepts in person, and sign up for hands-on courses by trained professionals who can teach you many of the skills needed for trip prep, vehicle recovery, and first aid techniques. I've dropped a few links below for those events as well. You might have heard that an adventure doesn't begin until something goes wrong. And while it certainly makes for some of the best stories, being ill-prepared can quickly turn a trip into a nightmare. Now, if you're trying to convince yourself or your family that overlanding is safe and enjoyable, a little too much adventure can put a wet blanket on those dreams. Always be prepared is more than just a motto. It's truly a way of life out here. Strive for it, and it will help ensure you return home safe and enthusiastic for the next adventure. Next, be resilient. Being resilient goes hand in hand with being prepared. Resiliency means that you're willing to accept whatever challenge comes your way and calmly process what the next step should be. Having a positive attitude about bad weather, difficult trail conditions, or an unexpected breakdown may seem silly, but science has proven that your state of mind in these circumstances will greatly affect your ability to respond properly. This is extremely important if you or someone in your group has a medical emergency. Staying positive and unrattled can quite literally save someone's life when the next decision requires clear thinking. As an Overlander, you have to be ready and willing to problem solve when assistance is hours away or simply unavailable. Being resilient will help keep your mind sharp instead of overwhelmed and panicked. The third key to this mindset is be caring. With hundreds of thousands of new explorers headed into the wilderness, there's never been a more important time to embrace and teach this mindset. To be a caring Overlander means that you care about the beautiful world you're exploring. This concept is called leave no trace, and it means that you're mindful about your trash, leftovers, poop, campfires, and anything else that would leave trace of your use. While this seems to be a common sense approach, you'd be amazed and ashamed at how many people leave campsites and trails. While we're always going to have those people who don't care and have no intentions of changing, we should all work together to encourage those who are simply ignorant of the expectations. We can't account for them all, but we can make a difference by leaving places better than we found them. Yes, it is gross, and no, it's not fair, but it's our efforts cleaning up behind those people that will keep our trails and forest open for future generations. Hand in hand with leaving no trace is practicing tread lightly. Now, an example of this means that you're simply conscious of your campsite selection by attempting to find places where others have camped before. In a very remote region, this might ensure you find a durable terrain to set up your camp on. This not only reduces the impact on the area, but probably means you won't be slopping around in the muck after a few hours of rain. Finding free legal campsites can be very confusing. And while it might be marked on a popular app, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a viable camping option. Always do your research when attempting to camp remotely and ensure that you're following the rules and regulations for the jurisdiction that you're in. Many a traveler has been fined for camping illegally in a highly recommended wild camp. We're going to go in depth in this and many other of these topics in some upcoming videos. A caring mindset means more than just taking care of our lands and ensuring access. It also means that you're willing to stop and check on other travelers, especially in remote areas. Now, this comes with a caution because there are some areas out there where helping stranded travelers is not advised, but just be prepared to notify the local authorities or park rangers if you feel the situation isn't safe for you to investigate personally. But generally speaking, when you see another overland rig in the middle of nowhere, they are family and they need you to assist. You might just find that your next set of best friends needed a few gallons of fuel or a winching from a swamp, and that's speaking from experience. And finally, be safe. And I don't just mean be safe, I mean be safe. Being safe is the culmination of the first 4 parts of the Overlander's mindset. It means that you've pursued the skills needed to properly use your tools at your disposal in a clear-headed, calm fashion. You've also carefully considered the impacts of your actions on the environment and people around you. And since it's the reason you're here, you've pursued adventure with a reasonable level of risk, that falls within your comfort levels, skill sets, and vehicle capabilities. And while everyone has varying definitions of recklessness and acceptable risks, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your actions. It doesn't matter how many videos you watch, how many classes you attend, or even what trusted sources suggest to you. Ultimately, you are responsible for your own safety and those around you. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation on the trail, stop. If something doesn't feel right about a recovery, stop. If a river crossing looks a little bit too deep or too fast, stop. The one thing you can't do is rewind time, so use it to your advantage and consider your next steps when you feel the risk factor increasing. Communicate those concerns clearly with your travel companions, and never be afraid to ask for a second opinion or a second set of eyes on an obstacle that you're trying to cross. Obviously, it would be impossible to cover all the topics needed for a new Overlander in a single video, but I hope this one has helped you rethink your starting point and help begin a mindset that will guide you in your pursuit of adventure. If you have a specific topic you'd like for us to cover first, please leave a comment below and we'll make sure that the most popular requests get brought up sooner than later. And remember, if you're serious about starting your overland journey, then we hope you'll be just as serious about keeping our overland routes clean and open for everyone to enjoy. We're so excited to see so many of you starting out on your own journey. Just make sure you don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Keep it simple, keep it achievable, and don't be surprised if it's not always comfortable or convenient. Remember, we overland for the challenge, for the pristine landscapes, and for the experience. It's not always going to be easy, but it is worth the effort. Keep researching, keep asking questions, and keep expanding your skills. One day, you'll find yourself educating the next generation of public land stewards and adventure seekers. Join us in the next episode where we dive a little bit deeper into planning your first overland trip. And spoiler alert, the key is to keep it simple. And one last thing, if you have some questions that you just can't wait to get answered, head over to patreon.com/lifestyleoverland and sign up to support this channel. It's going to put you front and center on our private platform where we answer every single message and comment. Until next time, stay curious and we will see you on the trail.